Showtime. What a night. This is since 1900, okay? First starting pitcher to hit leadoff home run in regular or postseason. First starting pitcher to hit multiple home runs in a postseason game. And a first starting pitcher with 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts in the same game. Let me add a little bit of context. But first, let's go to this first inning. I don't know if you could be more impactful in a single inning.
Individual that ever stepped in a baseball field.
All right, they're getting ready to get it popping, and we will have full coverage of that as well. Bob Gibson was the only pitcher to ever strike out 10 and hit a home run. He did it in the World Series in 67 and 68. He did not hit multiple home runs. Shohei did 10 Ks and 3 home runs. There's a million stats. How about this? Tonight was Ohtani's second career multiple home run game while pitching. Babe Ruth did it once. I mean, we're talking Bob Gibson, we're talking Babe Ruth, and now Shohei Ohtani.
You know, it's crazy. You hear these stats of Babe be like this out of the stadium, and everyone's going to have something to talk about because they've witnessed it, and you'll be able to play it back on repeat to show them.
The Dodgers will put a plaque where that ball hit. 469 feet, that second home run. Ohtani hit over 1,300 feet of home runs tonight, Jimmy Rollins. Each of them as impressive as the last.
That's a lot of home runs, and, you know, you guys have brought up some great points. Pedro talked about DNA. I don't think he has DNA. I think we found him on another planet, and we injected him with some alien juice, and they put him in a form of a human named Shohei Ohtani. And there are guys that have changed the game, and we hear about it in other sports. Jordan, LeBron,
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah. Bob Gibson. What happened? He was so good they had to lower the mound. Shohei, he has his own rule. You can pitch and be a DH. That way, when you're done pitching, we still want you in the game. That's how special he is. You're talking about 1,300 feet of home runs. Man, only one guy can do that. Yeah. Actually, 2 guys. One of them isn't playing it. The other guy's already fishing somewhere.
Yes.
But the guy that we're watching now and what we're seeing is special. So I hope that everybody out there is really taking this in, because this is a generational player. You say these guys come around once in a lifetime. I'm glad he's here in our lifetime.
Can we take another look at the 469-foot Ding Dong Johnson? Because that one, I felt like the stadium was
taking everything he does to the next level and beyond. It's like Ohtani's hanging the standard so high that most of us are going to have to take a plane to get there. So I don't have enough words to describe how impressed I am with the way Ohtani has handled not only in the field but off the field, his physical body to actually be able to do those things that he's doing. It's impressive. I would love to sneak in and see his routine. Just
watch him work.
Oh my God! It doesn't come across my mind how this guy probably prepared to do all these things that he does at such a high level.
To see your former teammate leading this group of guys, Dave Roberts.
I'm full of pride, and I'm so grateful for him, and I'm so happy to see him do this. If there is someone that could probably tell you, I don't want to give anybody any lead or anything in this game, is Dave Roberts, because he became part of history and he made us champions to all of us after 86 years waiting in Boston.
The Dodgers are the first team since the Phillies in 2009 to win a World Series and make it back. We have not had back-to-back champions in this sport in 25 years, the longest of the 4 major sports. You know how tough it is. You got back to that mountaintop. You fought against the Yankees to win. They're in this situation now. What is in store for them, whether it is the Mariners or the Blue Jays?
I think they have a pretty good chance. I mean, this team is so good on all levels, the way their pitching is going right now. But when you get there, you're not thinking about, honestly, winning back-to-back, because you have to win game 1, and then game 2, and then a third, then a fourth. That's all you're really thinking about. And then when it's over, either you got the job done or you didn't. They're very prepared. We talked about it, I think, yesterday, how they are the best team. They know they're the best. They have the expectations of being the best. They seem to gloat with that. Like, we want to show you that we're the best right now, but we want you to talk about us when you talk about the greats, this run that we're on. When you mention the Yankees of the early 1900s and all those other generational teams in other sports, you have to talk about the Los Angeles Dodgers and what they're doing right now with this squad, with Shohei, the best player. And not only that, everybody else chips in. It's not like they just ride him off to the sunset. Everybody does something. And when you're getting that, it makes your better players great.
And it's amazing to watch that this team we had Kershaw up here talking about the pitching, the bullpen, and this rotation. One of the things that's always a worry when you win this early, you're going to have some time off, and it could possibly cool the bats off. Even if it does, that pitching staff and that rotation, that's one of the things that typically doesn't calm down. And when you can run 4 arms out there the way that they can do multiple times, and they were even mentioning that Ohtani could come out of relief if this series would have extended, or definitely expect him to do that in the World Series. I mean, they have weapons upon weapons upon weapons. And remember, offensively, they really hadn't clicked much of this series until tonight. And tonight, the top 3 of the lineup, the top 4 of the lineup got it going. Prior to that, it was the bottom 4 or 5 of the lineup. So even if the offense gets a little cool, like you can sometimes see with a lot of time off, those arms are going to step up in a big way.
Ohtani came into this game batting 2 for 11 in the series. Pitching-wise, the starters, a .63 for the series. 4th lowest in any series since ER became an official stat in 1912. I also want to say this. Ohtani took batting practice, and since then he had a triple in his first at-bat. He did this today, and he was hitting home runs out of the park, the same area. I'm wondering if the visualization played a key, but I just want you guys are all some of the best teammates in major leagues. This is the batting practice. Could this have woken this man? Is this maybe the key to what we saw tonight?
For sure. We talk about, how much he hits in the cage. He doesn't go out there, and I think that's part of his preservation. He can't go out there and exert himself every day. He has to keep something in the tank because he does both sides. But when you go out there and you're seeing the ball leave the ballpark, not just hit the top of a cage, like, okay, that's what it feels like. When I pull the ball, this is what it feels like. When I go oppo, this is what it feels like. And a cage that may feel good takes one swing, and it doesn't have to be a hit. It can be a foul ball, and everything lines up. And we saw it line up pretty well these last 2 nights.
Kershaw's shirt is off.
All right. They barely wear pants.
They barely wear pants.
And I nobody more deserving than Clayton Kershaw. But it's intriguing to me as we were watching how Ohtani evolved into this game today.
Okay.
It was like a pretty sneaky routine. We didn't get to see so much more of his routine, but it seemed to be working exactly how he executed today. And it's really nice to see that he was able to kind of block the bad moments that he was having and put it all together within 3 days to actually come over today and just grab the MVP, pretty much single-handedly.
Yes.
Win the game by himself. It is amazing. That's why I think it's so intriguing to see how Ohtani prepares, because everything he did seemed to come into play today, including that hitting BP outside. He never asked for that, and he did it. So he probably knows himself even better than people have seen.
I think what's pretty special, too, is he's on the podium with Shahadi. This is about my team. He gets up there, we're watching him celebrate in the locker room. He's the one going up to other guys and pouring the beers over their head. He never seems like he's too big for the game, even though he is the biggest in the game.
Well, he definitely wanted to make sure everybody has some sake, too. You got to make sure everybody's enjoying that. But Mookie said something amazing yesterday. Our Michael Jordan has not been going. And the fact that everybody on their team look at him that way, everybody in the stadium looks at him that way. You walk throughout the concourse, it's Ohtani jersey after Ohtani jersey after Ohtani jersey, and to be able to put all that aside when everyone's wanting you to get a big hit and you're starting to get through a little bit of a slump, you figure something out, and the next thing you know, you get it going on the biggest stage to send your team to the World Series. He's do 2 shots of sake tonight to celebrate.
We thought it was 2. He's going to have to do 3.
Oh, that's right. We got to get
3
3
shots of sake.
Oh, you're leaving me out.
No, just Shohei. We are taking 4 each.
Okay.
We'll do the 3.
Pedro,
he gets the
we're
one
gonna
for the
be doing
strike.
Pedro, you know what we got for you, brother.
Yeah. Tito!
No, Tito. I remember Ohtani said everybody should have a good sake.
Yeah, the good stuff.
More sake, more happy. They don't like sake.
Dodgers 9-1 this postseason, 24-6 in their last 30.
Yet again to the World Series, bringing out the brooms, getting the sweep over the Brewers. Now their 5th trip to the World Series in the last 5 seasons. Hey, LA heading back to the World Series as we are joined by former Red Sox third baseman Will Middlebrooks and former first-round pick Lewis Brinson.
Just to say, I just have something.
Oh, you got something for us?
Yeah.
Oh, there we were looking for that.
It was just
The Dodgers were looking for that because they brought out the Brooms, getting the victory over the Brewers. And Lewis, we asked you pregame. We said, do the Brewers have any chance to maybe extend this series? And you got out of your seat and you said, you know what? It's a wash. This whole thing is over. It's time to pack it up. But before we get into the details just of this game, because there's a lot that we can take away, some big performances, but who expected to see a sweep against the best team in baseball, the best record in baseball, one of the best offenses in baseball? Just how do you verbalize what this series and what this game meant?
I definitely didn't expect a sweep. I definitely expected the Dodgers to come out on top, but I didn't expect this type of dominance from the Dodgers, man. From a pitching standpoint, defensively, offensively, I mean, we'll get into it, but the Dodgers it's almost like they had the script to this whole series and to this game. They're like, all right, Ohtani, you're going to hit 3 homers. You're going to strike